the year 2025, a time of profound technological advancement, yet starkly divided on the issue of immigration. Former President Donald Trump's immigration policies, enacted years earlier, continue to shape the fabric of American society, sparking heated debates across the nation. From bustling cities to quiet rural towns, the question of who should be welcomed within America's borders remains a contentious one, raising fundamental questions about national identity, economic prosperity, and human rights. The Trump administration's approach to immigration marked a significant departure from previous administrations, focusing heavily on stricter enforcement and reduced legal pathways for entry. These policies, while lauded by some for their emphasis on national security and border control, have drawn sharp criticism from others who argue that they are inhumane, economically detrimental, and erode America's long-standing tradition as a haven for immigrants. This essay delves into the multifaceted impacts of Trump's immigration policies on the United States, examining their effects on various facets of American life. From the tightening of border security, to the restrictions imposed on work visas, and the ongoing uncertainty surrounding the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program, we will explore the far-reaching consequences of these policies on individuals, communities, and the nation as a whole. The Trump administration made securing the U.S. border a cornerstone of its immigration agenda, implementing a series of measures aimed at deterring illegal immigration and strengthening enforcement. One of the most notable changes was the implementation of the zero-tolerance policy, which led to the separation of thousands of migrant families at the southern border. This policy, widely condemned as cruel and inhumane, resulted in children being separated from their parents and detained in overcrowded facilities, often without adequate care. In addition to family separations, the administration significantly restricted access to asylum, making it more difficult for individuals fleeing persecution in their home countries to seek refuge in the United States. The Remain in Mexico policy, for example, forced asylum seekers to wait in dangerous Mexican border towns while their cases were processed in U.S. courts, exposing them to violence, exploitation, and precarious living conditions. These stricter border control measures have been met with numerous legal challenges, with courts blocking some of the administration's most controversial policies. Despite these legal setbacks, the Trump administration's focus on border security has had a lasting impact, leaving a legacy of increased militarization, reduced access to asylum, and a humanitarian crisis at the border. Beyond stricter border controls, the Trump administration also implemented significant changes to the legal immigration system, particularly with regard to work visas. The administration argued that these changes were necessary to protect American jobs and prioritize the hiring of American workers. However, critics argued that these restrictions would harm the U.S. economy by depriving businesses of much-needed skilled labor. One of the most significant changes was the tightening of rules for the H-1B visa program, which allows U.S. companies to hire foreign workers in specialty occupations that require highly specialized knowledge and skills. The administration increased scrutiny of H-1B visa applications, leading to higher denial rates and longer processing times. These changes have had a particularly significant impact on the technology sector, which relies heavily on H-1B visa holders to fill critical roles. In addition to the H-1B visa program, the Trump administration also made changes to other visa categories, including those for seasonal agricultural workers, students, and researchers. These restrictions have created uncertainty and hardship for many individuals and businesses, leading to labor shortages in certain industries and hindering innovation and economic growth. Section 4. Dreamers in Limbo. The Uncertain Fate of DACA. The Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program, created by the Obama administration in 2012, has provided temporary protection from deportation and work authorization to hundreds of thousands of young undocumented immigrants who were brought to the United States as children. These individuals, often referred to as dreamers, have grown up and built lives in the United States, contributing to their communities and the economy. The Trump administration's attempts to end the DACA program have left dreamers in a state of legal limbo, facing an uncertain future. While the program remains in place for now, due to ongoing legal challenges, its long-term fate remains unclear. This uncertainty has caused significant stress and anxiety for dreamers and their families, impacting their education, employment, and overall well-being. The ongoing legal battles over DACA highlight the deep divisions in American society over immigration. While supporters of DACA argue that dreamers deserve a pathway to citizenship and that ending the program would be cruel and unjust, opponents argue that it encourages illegal immigration and undermines the rule of law. The fate of DACA remains a contentious issue, with no easy answers or solutions in sight.